very happy to be interviewing Kaitlyn Bristowe for Dancing with the Stars. How does it feel, babe?
Honestly, I just keep like, oh, wrong way. I keep moving to the side and being like, I've arrived.
It's finally happening. This is years in the making. I know that you knew about this kind of long before the other competition did. Maybe you've been planning it for years. Do you feel you've got a little bit of an advantage? I know you were working out hard and really prepping.
I know people keep saying like, does Kaitlyn have an advantage from knowing and from dancing and all these things? And I actually feel like I have a disadvantage in a way because I am unlearning everything I thought I knew about dance. And it's been way more challenging than I thought.
Ooh, that's interesting because you mentally have wanted to do this for so long. What has it felt like to be in those rehearsals? Have you been surprised by your emotional reactions to this process?
During like any kind of rehearsal, it's so funny because I think I have a smile on my face the whole time and then I start dancing and I'm very serious. But the whole, like I go home sometimes and I get emotional just because it's truly, truly, truly a dream. I think everyone knows this is a dream for me.
So tell me how those rehearsals are going. What can you tell me about the first dance?
Well, I can tell you that it's challenging and but that there's a lot going on and I thought my hips could move the way I wanted them to, but it turns out they can't.
You're somebody who's so hard on yourself, and I know you posted the other day kind of having a moment saying those trolls finally got to you. What was that like for you? Did you think that they could even get you to that place anymore? Were you surprised that you were affected?
Yeah, I was a little surprised because I had to like do a little 1-2, like wake up, Kaitlyn, because it's like it was so silly. But I think I was just so mentally drained and I was tired and I was hormonal and it was just like anything was going to set me off. And so I took my moment and I cried for like an hour. I felt all my feelings and I don't like to stay there long. And I just bounced back and remembered that I'm living my dream right now and that nothing should get to me like that.
Well, it's hard because, look, you're somebody who knows what it's like to be in the spotlight for a whole TV season of a show, but you haven't done that in a while. So are you preparing yourself for, look, I'm going to be on TV every week again now, and I'm going to have to face this criticism every week? And if so, how will you rally against it?
I think I'm just going to choose if when it's that time of the month, I'm just going to stay off social media. But yeah, I think, you know, being so removed from being on a show for so long, you kind of forget how nasty people can be, but you just have to ignore the ones that are, you know, trying to get you down because there's so many nice people that are trying to build you up. So I'm going to focus on that. And it's been a while, but I mean, I've prepared for this. So not only have I been working out and boxing, but I've also been going to therapy and like working on myself. So I think I'm going to be okay.
What is your personal mantra in all this? And how will you win Dancing with the Stars?
My gosh, personal. I should have thought of one. I feel like it's all.
What did your therapist tell you?
No, there's my mom. She says things like, dance with your heart and your feet will follow, which is always a good one. But I think it's about like, I think it's 2020. You got to roll with the punches. I think that's what this is all about. It's going to be fun. It's going to be challenging. It's going to be a roller coaster. And sometimes you're going to let people down. Sometimes you're going to make people happy. You just have to roll with all the punches and just enjoy the process. Everyone that's done this show who has talked to me says it goes by so fast. It's such a unique experience. There's ups and downs, but like be present and enjoy every moment. So that's what I'm going to try and do.
Have you talked to Hannah Brown? She's a fellow Bachelorette. She just won. I mean, you were originally supposed to be on the show first, but what did Hannah tell you about winning?
Yeah, I'm glad I've had other people who have gone on before me now. They give me all the advice. Last night I used the foot bath that she gave me. It's like an ice bath. And I just like loaded that thing up with ice. I was like, oh, this is going to feel so good. I don't know if you've ever tried an ice bath. It was the worst thing I've ever done. So she gave me the ice bath. She said, same thing as everyone else. It's enjoy it. It goes by so fast. So even every blister on my foot, I like look at with love right now. I'm like, hey, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Who do you think your toughest competition is? And is it Carole Baskin?
It is, well, is it? I don't know. I don't know what America wants. So I'm going to go with AJ from the Backstreet Boys because I've been to his concerts, so I've seen him dance. And he's very lovable. And then I'm going to go with Johnny Weir because he's got such a great personality and clearly insane moves.
my last question for you. You mentioned people building you up. How much is Jason your rock in all this? What did he say to you when those trolls came for you?
Jason's the kind of guy that like everything kind of bounces off him. So he doesn't understand like feeling your feelings. So he's looking at me like, what are you, nuts? Like, you're literally on Dancing with the Stars, and you're like, you've worked so hard and you've got all this stuff going on. And it was so nice because I was like, ooh, reality check. I like that.
I'm so excited for you. I think you're coming for Carol. I think you got this.
I'm coming for Carol. Don't tell her that.